One of the most frequent excuses, and that's all they are, is excuses for not sharing your faith, is that most people aren't interested in spiritual things. And they'll be offended if you bring the subject up. To each his own, as they say. But that's not what God says. And that's not what the statistics say. Guess what? And these are solid numbers. 86% of the unchurched, regardless of how obscene or vile they might be, even to the point of being atheists, 86% of the unchurched know the world's out of control and would like to believe there's a God who can make sense out of it, and are actually looking for someone to tell them. Did you hear that? They're looking for someone to tell them about a God who can make sense out of chaos, and that's opportunity knocking. The fact that 80% of our population no longer going to church on a regular basis means most of the people you're with every day are unchurched, and most of them are desperate to know what you know. That there's a God who loves them and wants them to spend eternity with him and wants them to live every day with a bounce in their step and joy in the morning, no matter what that day holds. They want what you have, and it's your job to tell them. How are they going to know unless someone tells them, unless you tell them? Here's the problem. The central core of why we now find ourselves a godless society, it's coming unglued. No one's telling them. Or to be exact, less than 1% of us are telling them. Less than 1% of us are intensely sharing our faith on a daily basis. Oh, I know, you'll see studies that say 35% of us are sharing our faith because they're living good lives and occasionally invite someone to church. That's not faith sharing. Being good doesn't get you or anyone else to heaven, and that's what life is all about. A cup of cold water, just a cup of cold water, unless it's given in Jesus' name. The biblical term for being recognized for your goodness without being recognized as a Christian is self-righteousness, leaving God outside the equation. Actions don't speak louder than words. I'm sorry, they don't. They speak before your words. And it's only when your actions match your words that your words have power to change lives. Like it or not, you are a city set on a hill for all to see and watch, even when you don't know they're watching. In fact, you're a full-time witness either for the defense or the prosecution of the gospel. Everything you do and say, every moment of every day moves everyone watching you either closer or further away from God. That's a fact you can't escape. And it's easy to lead people away from God when you're not sensitive to the eternal consequences of every word you speak and action you take. That's why you need to focus on leading everyone every day closer to Jesus in everything you do and say, because you're in full-time ministry and he expects no less.